Before we get to the video, please like, comment, subscribe, share it to that uncle who's a communist. And if he isn't, he will be.
Don't forget to follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/revolutionary rhetoric. And Revolutionary Rhetoric is an affiliate of the Anti-Capitalist Podcast Network.
All right, let's get to the video.
Do you want to start with the big one, or do you want to ramp up to the big one?
Let's ramp up. Let's ramp up.
All right, I had a couple random ones. Apple announces iOS 18, which is going to have integrated OpenAI, which is the company that owns ChatGPT. So your iOS 18, I think whether you want it to or not, is going to be like fueled by OpenAI and like that AI software, to which Elon Musk threatened to sue and ban all iPhones at any of his places of business because he doesn't want OpenAI in. He said it was a security risk. My guess is because it's a competitor, because he has his own AI platform and he wouldn't want a competing competing AI platform in his. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, I'm not really too tech savvy, even though like I literally make videos basically on my part time. I'm not really too tech savvy. What is this going to entail by having an open AI system? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I don't know specifically what it's going to mean for the iPhone, but have you noticed like recently when you Google something, there's a Google
generated
like
AI
generated thing. Like it'll basically be that, but for your phone. So like I don't know how Apple intends to implement it like specifically. From what I've heard is you can ask Siri to do anything on your phone. So like right now Siri's pretty limited, but you can like ask Siri to like, hey Siri, play like whatever this song on Spotify is. And because it's like connected with that AI, it can go in, open your Spotify app, find that song, and then play that song. So now like Siri will be able to voice command everything, not just like very simple commands like reply to a text or set an alarm. She'll be able to like do complex maneuvers like going in and opening and closing and manipulating apps within your phone, because that'll be like managed by AI. That's one thing I've heard. And I don't know the specifics of other ways they plan to integrate it.
Speaking of Siri.
Fucking Siri. That's funny. But anyway, Elon Musk threw a fit because he cried security concerns about having AI on your phone, which I also agree with. I don't think he's wrong there. I don't think that's why he said it, but I don't think he's wrong.
He's going to go back upstairs.
If that is what he meant. I think he's complaining because he has his own AI company and he doesn't want a competing AI company. I think he's just trying to stop.
Oh no, I agree with that.
Yeah.
My thing is like with AI in general is like, what does this really entail at the end of the day? It's like if
just dumbing down our shit. AI is always useless. AI fucking sucks so bad, dude. Like what was it? Grammarly has always been like predictive text AI. Like that's how Grammarly works, right? It's not like there's some guy reading your paper real quick and making edits to it. It uses AI and it uses like commonly understood misspellings and misphrasings of stuff to fix that grammar. But recently, as I understand it, Grammarly swapped over to like an OpenAI or to like a more generative AI instead of predictive AI like model. And Grammarly is just like unusable now because it's just bad. And like that's why math AI models are going to be unusable soon because they use their own bad answers as fuel for their current new answers. Like do you know how like AI works, like in terms of like where it like pulls from? Like if I were to just go to ChatGPT right now and say, hey ChatGPT, write me a 5-paragraph essay on the Paleolithic societies of Mesoamerica.
I figured it would take things from the internet and then just generate a bunch, basically morph them into one.
It would do that. It would make a 5-paragraph essay on the Paleolithic societies of Mesoamerica if that's what you wanted it to write about. But it would be weird and some of the facts might not be right.
Okay, I've noticed that.
So like because it's pulling from the internet, it's just pulling whatever data it can find on the internet, and some shit on the internet is like your cousin's blog. It's not true.
Or our podcast.
Yeah, but then now fair enough, or our podcast. But now that paper that I just generated is a source on the internet.
Yeah.
And so the next time somebody does that, it's going to pull from itself.
Yeah, or it's pulling from Wikipedia.
It's just a negative feedback loop that's just getting spiraled. And so like so for math is the big example of when a generative AI does a math problem and it gets it wrong, it uses that now as future evidence for the next time and so on and so forth. So it's just devolving into just like nothingness. And so it'll be fairly soon now where generative AI is just always wrong about everything. And that's why if you Google something and it has the AI overview, it's nonsense. Because AI is nonsense. It's a dumb technology that just it isn't what people think it is. The only people who claim that it's worth anything are people that are getting paid to use it.
You heard it here, folks. Get rid of your AI machines.
Also, I have humanities degrees. I don't know anything about tech or AI. So, like, if any of that's wrong, go fuck yourself.
Take this finger and just...
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's, as I understand it, from what little, like, reading and research I've done.
I think anybody that thinks they know anything about AI don't know anything about AI. I don't know anything about AI, and I'll tell you I don't know anything about AI. I think AI doesn't know anything about AI.
AI certainly doesn't know anything about AI.
It is a new thing, and we don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, and I think people are just, like, relying on it so heavily, just, like, I don't know. It's just such a weird tech bro thing to do.
I think, like, I don't like when we were talking about earlier about laziness. I don't really like that we use the term lazy, you know, but I think this is just for people who wanted to be lazy and not actually write the paper and just like, you know what, let it write it for us. Efficiency, you know.
As a high school teacher who reads history papers, it is very obvious when you use AI. So for any students out there listening, I know your teachers know, don't do it. It's just there's something called tone and voice when you're writing, and I've read your writing all year. I know your tone, I know your voice.
And then there's something robotic.
So when you just submit a final product or final paper that's written by AI, we know. Anyway.
Have you ever failed somebody for that?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Not failed, but I've told them, hey, this is AI, redo it multiple times. It's very obvious, and the students always say, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Because, like, they know, you know, they don't try to lie. Because it's like, dude, it's so fucking obvious when a student uses AI. It's just, it could not be more obvious.